Hustling. Eh, most times when you hear these guys talking, you will just be laughing. Now them they use now them they use AK-47 with whatever points they are making. Let me say this. You said this individual is not a terror. Now the same you that said he's not a terrorist is comparing him with a terrorist that you said they released in the north. God. Sometimes I don't even understand. I don't really understand you guys. He's not a terror. But you're comparing him with terrorists in the north and in other places. Which one will you want make we follow? Eh? He's not a terror, Abi. But you want him released as they release other terrors. Why can't you just stop being a coward and stop all this your marathon kind of this thing? And let me say this, Grandmaster, it's the right time you guys stop talking to faceless people. If they are so very, very good and very, very, if they have balls on whatever thing they are doing and whatever preaching they are preaching to the Igbos, stop posting stop showing us who you are. Stop being a coward. You carry face, you don't even post your picture. You come here, deceive the Igbos. Why are you being a coward? Why? None of you in this platform championing the killing of the Southeasterners. None of you have the balls to post your pictures.
Sorry, Chief. Guys, check the jumbo throne. That picture is that news is very Chief. Go ahead. Sorry, check jumbo throne, guys. Go
Okay.
ahead, Chief.
Okay. So these things are very, very simple. And let me also say this, Grandmaster and everybody listening. The reason why they force our people to sit at home was all because they know the people of the Southeast don't support whatever thing they are
Sorry, Chief
doing.
Ochendo, no vex. Husband, please add somebody else as co-host. I beg. Make we get more space for here because people just there for requests for the whole time. I know the submissions are very long, so make we bring up more people. I beg. Thank you. Let it be possibly for someone that is already in the speaker section, so we can create two spaces at the same time. Maybe Dutch. You can maybe send it to Dutch or something. Please go ahead, Chief.
Okay. So thank you. So it's very, very simple actually. I we need to understand the individuals we are dealing with actually. We need to understand what they are doing. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whenever he comes to the court, he tries to preach even to tell our judges so they don't know even the laws of Nigeria. At the same time, you are the one running away from defending your. You are the one telling your lawyers you don't want to defend yourself again. You want them to release you. What is really the problem? What is the problem? And also, let me also thank you guys, Grandmaster. Actually, you guys are doing a wonderful job. If you guys notice, the reason why most times we feel this platform is not good enough. See, the reason why you guys did not see this protest skyrocketing is just because of what you guys are doing in this platform and other platforms. That is the truth. You guys are self-awaming our people, telling them the honestly truth. Because for those that they collect money from, using all kind of way, tricks to collect money from them, those ones in the market, those ones that they don't know actually know what is happening on ground, they would have been on the road today. But look at what is happening. I saw one video. I don't know whether that video is this thing. Where Sowore is running. I say I say what is happening? Why is he running like this? You understand? So these things are very, very simple, actually. We really need to tell our people the honestly truth. Our people are known to be a one Nigerian. Those people doing all these things, they don't know how far our people have gone. The only people that can make this whatever agitation they are doing to work is our people. And our people are not they are not on this with them. Our people believe so much in this country. That is why we go about our businesses every day. So coming to Enugu to enforce sit at home on markets every Monday. They know the people will not listen to them. They know the people want to eat. They know the people don't even send government. Talk more of sending them. That is why they go about killing the same people they say they want to protect. And I'm asking those that will come use faceless to defend whatever thing that is, whatever mayhem that is happening in the southeast. Are you saying you don't know that whatever thing you're defending, that your people don't want it? Are you claiming to be blind? Are you saying you don't know that an average Igbo man believes so much in Nigeria, which is why you go to Obomosho village today? Our house, we will build a house in Obomosho, and we are living there. And you go to Kano, you go to Meduguri, all these areas. Are you saying you are not aware? The same you will come and be doing nonsense agitation. Now, you said Nnamdi Kanu is not a terror. Watching and seeing the way he went about his activities, the same you said they should release him as they release terrorists. You guys should stand one place, for goodness sake. Stand one place. Accept that the person you're supporting is a terror. Accept it wholeheartedly. Then Nigerian government, tell Nigerian government to release him as they release other terrorists. Accept that he's a terrorist, that is terrorizing your people and he's killing your people. That these things are the way you should move about it. Not that you will come, lie about everything, pretend that you don't know what is happening. If you guys know what you guys have caused in the southeast, today they want to do traditional marriage. They will be doing it in cities. Are you guys not ashamed of yourselves? Are you guys not ashamed of yourself? Your people now do traditional marriage in Abuja, in Kanu. Are you guys not ashamed of yourself? Eh? How do you guys even reason, for goodness sake? And the same person that made your land ungovernable, uncomfortable for the same people you're supposed to fight for. The same person you want them to release. And it's not like they've not released this guy before. He has been arrested before, and he was released, and he was told not to continue the way he was moving. What did he do? He went about again, even recruited more members. So it's very, very simple, Grandmaster. You guys should not stop dodge and hustling, and the Gurube, and also this guy Ijele. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Okay, Zie, Doggy, all you guys, all the things you guys are doing is really working. It's working perfectly well. Showore would have been, whatever thing he planned today would have happened without the help of you guys. Let's all of us continue to Anigbo is first before anything. Anigbo is paramount to any Southeasterner. So anybody that goes about preaching terrorism in our land should be considered enemy. And the only that will start taking them serious, if they are really agitators that they say they are, please start posting your picture. Start coming out in the streets and start telling Nigerians how strong and how real you are. Not hiding and playing cowardice. At the same time, claiming to be a Jagaban while you are not. Thank you, Grandmaster. Thank you guys for whatever you're doing. I yield.
Thank you very much, Chief. Dodge, please, you can go on from here. Thank you. I think after that, we go to, I think your CIA Jagaban. Then we have Mazio Chowa. Then we can go to Adidem leader, Mr. B. Sorry, Egbezoma, I see you. So after Mazio CIA Jagaban, Mazio Chowa, we go to Egbezomo. Her hand has been up for quite some time now. And then we'll go to, I didn't even know who I called next. I think Mr. B. And then to Nehemiah. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Grand and hustling. No, hustling. Thank you so much. I received your this thing, but entire Monday. So Mondays are kind of a bit busy. And Ebezumo, I think I was here when you gave your submission. You know, most people when they speak of Biafra, they think Biafra was only an Igbo thing, but they forget that Biafra was Igbo, the Ijaw, and the Aqua Cross axis. But today, the Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu push is just totally an Igbo thing, sadly. And who just spoke now? Kedafaya. And it's Chief, right?
Chief Ochen.
Yes,
So we
he was the
persuade
chief.
the follow space.
Look, Chief said something very pertinent. You know, most people don't understand why Nnamdi Kanu is using terror. Erifai wrote a book in 2000 and I think 2013 after after his tenure as FCT minister. He called it accidental public servant. Erifai said that there were four states, that people from four states own 73% of landed property in Abuja. In fact, he called five states. Four of the top five states were Igbo states. 73% of the landed property in Abuja. That was, he wrote the book in 2013. Go back to when Erufai was FCT minister. Then come back to contemporary to the 2025 to understand the investment Ndibo would have made in the capital city. Ohanes Ndibo came out with a report of the destruction of properties in Lagos, right from Sowolu in 2019 till today. Ohanes is telling us that over 1,000 plus property of Ndibo have been destroyed. And these properties that have been destroyed is worth over 1 point something trillion. I repeat, it's worth over 1 point something trillion. When you look at people, these are the properties that was destroyed from 2019 till today. When you look at people who have invested this amount of investment in Nigeria, do they look like the people who support Nnamdi Kanu, who support the ideology he pushes? Something happened, and it happened everywhere. I'll try and be very brief. We must differentiate the Biafran War, 1967 to 1970. It ended in 1970. Ojuku, our leader, who led us into war by omission or commission. Mind you, we didn't shoot the first bullet. There were pogroms, there were genocide. We went into a war that we were never prepared for. But that war ended in 1970. Ojuku was in exile 12 years, came back. Ojuku played politics. Ojuku contested for election in 1983. He lost that election, senatorial, against Onwudiwe. Ojuku didn't say Ndibo boycott election. Ojuku didn't say Monday sit at home. Ojuku didn't create unknown gunman. Ojuku didn't threaten us. Alex Ekweme came in 1999. In fact, one of the pioneer members of people demo. What was that? Caucus in PDP. I think PDM, People's Democratic Movement. Yes, that was led by Yaradua. Alex Ekweme considered his ticket based on the compensation of the Southwest that they had to give to the Yorubas because of Abiola, because of the tragedy of June 12th. Alex Ekweme did not take Ndibo to war. Alex Ekweme considered. It brought about Abga. Ojuku contested the election in 2003. Ojuku lost. Ojuku still contested the election in 2007. Ojuku still lost. That is why I'm tracing all these things. I want to differentiate between the Biafran War that died in 1970 and the Biafran agitation. These are two different things. Sadly, I've heard some of our Igbo people say that Ojuku should be punished. No, there is a reason why Nigeria did not punish Ojuku. No. Ojuku came back. Ojuku was pardoned, presidential pardon. He came back and played politics. In fact, when you read the memoirs by Woodrow Wilson, who was the, not Woodrow Wilson, who was the Prime Minister of UK then. What's his name? Grandmaster, can you remind me his name?
I don't know.
Winston Churchill.
No, Churchill. It
No,
can't be
no,
Churchill. Churchill was during
no,
the
no.
war. You
It's
mean
not Churchill.
Thatcher?
Churchill was during the war. What's
Was it
this
not
guy's
Thatcher?
name again? No. During the war.
Harold Wilson.
Harold Wilson.
Which
Thank you.
period are you talking about? Sorry.
during the Civil War.
Okay,
During the
during the
Civil War.
Civil War. Okay, I thought you said
Yes,
okay,
it's
okay, okay.
Harold
All right.
Wilson. Yes, I confused his name with Woodrow Wilson. In his memoir, in his book, in page two something, he wrote he was the one who told Gowon, allow Ojukwu to slip out. Don't kill Ojukwu. Because we don't want this Biafran thing to continue. So it was intentional. Eh, Whatever you saw that happened during the war, the British people used everybody. It is in his memoir. He told Gowon, allow Ojukwu to slip out. Don't kill him. Don't kill him so that you don't make a matter out of this Biafran issue. Biafra died in 1970. There's a reason why Nigeria didn't kill Ojukwu. There's a reason why the same Gowon also allowed Ojukwu to come back. And there's a reason why when Ojukwu came back, Ojukwu played politics till the very end, till the day he gave up. Ojukwu played politics till the very end. He knew he
Correction, it was
wasn't going to win.
Shagari who brought him back, not go on.
Sorry, yeah, thank you. Shagari brought him back. Shagari brought him back. But the negotiation started from Gowon, then cumulated under Shagari. Gowon didn't bring him back because of the hardliners in his government. My brothers, what you are seeing today is a failure, a total failure of leadership. It happened in every region. But when you come to the southeast, we have this weakness. The Biafran War, the questions of the Biafran War has never been answered. The average Igbo man is traumatized. He suffers from trauma that was passed on by the fathers till today. So many people didn't tell the stories. Our parents didn't tell us the stories. 99 happened, failure of leadership everywhere. Go and look at the worst governors that governed every state. They started from 99. I repeat, the worst governors that governed every state started in 99. There was a failure of leadership in Igbo. We had Rafu Wazirike. What did he achieve? Nothing. Nnamdi Kanu came up. What did he achieve? Nothing. Nnamdi Kanu baited Simon Ekpa. It's the same way you cannot absolve Muhammadu Buhari from Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu is the ghost of Muhammadu Buhari. People say Tinubu rigged election. Tinubu no rigged election. Now Buhari rigged that election for Tinubu because Buhari was the president then. So if he didn't agree to it, the IRF or whatever would not have been turned off. Today they are protesting. It's become very obvious. I've told people the most foolish conservative in Nigeria are the IPOB reprobates. They don't understand politics. They don't understand power. I told them years ago, Nnamdi Kanu has no bargaining tool. He has nothing to bargain with. And this is why he's suffering the fate he has to suffer. Rafu Wazirike has been there. It was political. It was political negotiation that brought him out. Gani Adams was there. Obasanjo arrested him. It was political negotiation. They brought him out. The Yorubas made him Area Onakakanfo. The same title that MK Abiola held in the past. Asari Dokubo was also there, incommunicado. They put him for DSSL underground. He knows a human being. It was still political negotiation. But there is something about IPOP. I say these guys are the most foolish set of people you can reason with. No ability to reason. They don't have it. They regurgitate what Nnamdi Kanu said. This your agitation is going nowhere. You have no bargaining tool. Like you are worth nothing. Ekweremadu that stood with you. How did you guys treat Ekweremadu? And today you are saying Igbo leaders, the same Igbo leaders you cursed, abused, insulted. You want them to speak for Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is an heretic character. He has issues upstairs. There are court cases. I beg, make una just allow me read these court cases, Grant. You have always spoken it for. And I've seen people come here and they say Nnamdi Kanu days, when did the terrorism start? When did the killing not start? There are 4 cases. Before you come here and speak for Nnamdi Kanu, just understand what the federal government have said. And also understand why Nnamdi Kanu has refused to open his defense. The first one is issuing a deadly threat via broadcast for sit-at-home orders. We all know, we all heard Nnamdi Kanu issue death threats and said that people who come out bushmeat, kill them. We saw what happened in schools, principals, students, Igbo students were denied writing exam. And this is somebody who want to give us Biafra. Is it illiterate you want to take over this Biafra? Nnamdi Kanu issued order of sit at home and added threat to it. Husband, I want you to be playing those tapes. The second one is inciting attacks on security personnel and their families. During NSAS, did we not hear when people call? Nnamdi Kanu, we ask them, how many police people have you killed? How many police stations have you burnt? Did we not hear all these things? How did the subjugation in the southeast start? They started by attacking police stations. After they had decimated the security structure, they started going after traditional rulers and community heads that can speak up for communities. After decimating these people, then they formed their own ESN. Inciting attacks on security personnel. We have videos of Gentle the Yahoo killing a person putting on Nigerian uniform, directing the manufacture of bombs. Come on. Nnamdi Kanu told people, enter the bush, arm yourself. People in also, that Olo axis, Ihiala axis, their doggy side, who have recovered back their villages. We are seeing IEDs, artificial made bombs, that these criminals put there. Then the fourth and final one is importing and concealing a radio transmitter. How did the Radio Biafra spread around? This one started as far back as 2015. It was these transmitters that made Radio Biafra spread around the East, that anywhere you are, you had the frequencies. And from some of the reports we had, that they mounted it in masts of all these telecommunication company. 4 count charges. So when you come out here to say Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer, think, if you have the ability to think. Like I said, the Eastern reprobates are the worst. They have no ability to reason. Discussing with them is even a waste of time. So these are the 4 count charges. Then look at all the precedents of what happened in Anibo. Then tell me that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent of this. But the Nigerian government and the APC government wants to play politics with this. Showore himself is also playing politics with this. Like I told you, the most foolish set of conservatives are the Ipobians, the Igbo conservatives. He's attacking Peter Obi. He's using it to make relevance. But the question is, these 4 count charges, let him open his case. Somebody came and asked you, why are they arresting Aloy? Aloy's case is in court. Why are you coming out to protest? Have we not seen where even Ojus Okalo that we don't like, when they ask Ojus Okalo question about this Nnamdi Kanu's case, he will tell you, because it is in court, I don't want to comment on it. It's just common sense. But the people you're talking with have no ability to reason. This is the problem. Nnamdi Kanu reasons for them. Simon Ekpa reasons for them. And the people who reasons for them are in detention. I will stop here by saying that please do not in any way, shape, and form equate the Biafran War, the genocide of 1967, fought by Ojukwu and great Igbo leaders, with the Biafran enterprise called agitation, that every day you hear donate, donate, donate. Nnamdi Kanu is not the first person who spoke of Ndi Igbo. Ojukwu did that. Zik did that. Chinua Achebe did that. So many great Igbo leaders have spoken up for Ndi Igbo. So let nobody come and gaslight you that it was Nnamdi Kanu who spoke for Ojukwu. Ndi Igbo said, Abacha also go mile. From 2015 till today, Nnamdi Kanu took center stage. Where did he take Ndi Igbo to? After asking those so-called questions he asked. Let nobody deceive us. The question is, these 4 count charges, when you're coming to defend Nnamdi Kanu, speak up to these 4 count charges that I listed here. Ndi Igbo have decided to take their narrative. Showore can play the politics, he can demonstrate, but questions have to be answered. Based on these 4 count charges, people died. Their lives are not less valued than that of Nnamdi Kanu. Biko, let the next person speak. Thank you.
Yeah, Grand, do you know the next speaker?
Yes,
Grand.
CIA Jagaban. Then we go to Mazi Ochoa. Then Egbe Zomo. Then we come to Nehemiah, and then we go to then I'll take a new queue. Go ahead.
CIA Jagaban, are you there?
Okay. Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah, you are audible. Let's just move on. Mazi Ochoa, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Grandmaster. Good day to you all. I would have loved to ask something they would always say when they come on space, Ndi Igbo. Ndibo. And when you ask them, which Ndibo are you representing? Which group of Ndibo are you representing? Nobody knows their father. They will always come on space to tell you, Ndibo have rejected Mazi. Ndibo have rejected IPOB. Ndibo. Bro, say you have, okay? You are not representing me. Neither are you representing Ohanes and Igbo. Neither are you representing what Igbo Congress. Nobody knows your father to start with. Onwonye mampagi. Onwonye magi. Ihe wo individual. Okay? You rejected IPOB does not mean or change the fact that millions of Igbos still love and respect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu till tomorrow, till eternity. The Ndi Igbo you're talking about, is it the World Igbo Congress that have called for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, or the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo that has called for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, or the leaders that they are never do wells of Igbo land that have been calling for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who exactly are you representing? Order to on mic and spit your rubbish, order to go to spaces and say your nonsense.
Wait, Mazi Ochoa. This is not IPOB space. We are not throwing insults here. You understand? Even though I personally disagree with you. We the guy never insulted you, and I don't like this thing you guys are doing. You guys are proving the critics right every single time. You can as well make your argument without insulting anybody here. Don't you see that you're even making Nnamdi Kanu look bad by the way you guys speak on species? The guy spoke and never insulted you. Now you come up and you are throwing insult and the rest of them. This is not how to have a civil. This is what I hate. I don't like to platform IPOB people. You guys are violent with your words, with your actions. Everything about you is violent, and you don't want to change. You guys have refused to change. If you want to make your submission, make your argument in a civil way. People are listening to you. Make that argument. All of us are here. We'll listen to you. Don't insult anybody. This is not IPOB space. If you insult anybody, me, I will drop you.
Hustling, you dropped the milk doesn't put food on my table. You were here when this guy picked up mic and called IPOB members reprobates or from the
Yeah,
southeast.
IPOB is
Wait, now let me speak. If you don't want me to speak, I mute my mic and drop, please. Okay? You don't feed me. What's the fucking problem? My friend,
IPOB
fuck off.
are you guys not reprobate? Why you guys are
You don't, you
reprobate
don't,
now?
you don't go chase Mazochua where I won't engage. Eh? It's all good, sir.
I even want to
I
ask
see.
IPOB
Sorry,
people
hustling.
question.
Just a moment. Dodge is in limbo. Check. I think he's in limbo because I can literally see a blue, what do you call it, dots next to his name. So it seems he's in limbo. Dodge, are you in limbo? Can you speak? He can't. He's in limbo. So maybe you need to take him down and bring him back up because he can't do anything as of now, you know. But I just want to say something very quickly. Mazocho is unfortunate. If you can just request the mic, your blood to the hot. Say your blood not too hot past my own. But I wanted to just ask a couple of questions. But even though you're not here, I'll still ask that question. It's actually very interesting and very convenient that today Ohanes Igbo has is now worth something to you guys. Because I think I remember very vividly when this Ohanes Igbo meant nothing to you people. In fact, you guys were literally planning on how to target, you understand, the the leadership structure of Ohanes Igbo and do serious damage to them. So today it's not
They,
convenient
they,
to say,
they almost killed Nyanwodo
yes,
now.
now they almost killed Indian. That's why I'm saying the leadership of Ohanes Igbo, because it's very convenient that today now you are now hearkening to the words of Ohanes Igbo. All of a sudden, they are no longer useless elders, worthless elders that have nothing of value to add. Now their words, you understand, um, what do you call it? Their word is now your bond or whatever. This is why I keep saying these things. Be careful the kind of bridge you burn, especially when you want to burn bridges connecting you and your brothers. Be very careful. You see, Ohanes and Igbo, these elders have too much grace. I will not have given you guys that grace. Because there's no way you would threaten to wipe me off, target me specifically, chase me away from my home, and then when the chips are down, you expect me to come and start pleading on behalf of the same person that caused my predicament. But look at them, Ohanes and Debo, still finding it in them to speak for you guys. And today you're exploiting it. It's okay, Sha. It's okay. Because I think we enable this. We allow this. We really, really allow this. Ohanes and Igbo elders, we allow this. I know fear was part of it. People were too scared to speak. But it's unfortunate that after you have made a mess of the Igbo political and traditional structure, in fact, there's literally a video on that Jumbotron where Nnamdi Kanu is saying that he's not Igbo, that the word Igbo is a curse, and he cannot call himself an Igbo. Why then are you looking for the leadership of Ohanes and Igbo, a group, an ethnicity that Nnamdi Kanu said he does not belong to come and be the ones to bring him out of prison? And when they do not do that, after you have insulted them, Somto Okonkwo will coin up a tweet and a post threatening Ndigbo in the southeast that if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, a man who is held in Abuja is not released, then the Ndigbo in the southeast will bear the consequences of that outcome. You see, who na afina na nsogbu. Anyị nọ n'ezigbo nsogbu, mana ka anyị nọgodi na-ezuzugharị. Nsogbu adịrọ. I mute my mic. Let the next person go. I think next person is Egbezomo. You have the mic.
Graf
Yeah.
Biko,
Okay.
yeah, Ebezomo, please, just 2 minutes, huh? There was something I said here, and
After Egbezomo, it would be Engineer sorry, Nehemiah, then Engineer Muzie. Then we go to Adide Mili, and then we'll circle back. Yeah.
yeah, Ebezomo Biko, just 2 minutes. I believe you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Yes, yeah, please, just 2 minutes. There was something I said, and anybody who has listened to me, I know why that guy came for me, but I was very diplomatic here, very subtle, but yet they came. But we owe no apologies. There was something I told you that this group of people are the most useless. He proved it. I told you Nnamdi Kanu has no bargaining tool. He proved it. The same Igbo leaders who Nnamdi Kanu denigrated, insulted, hounded, killed and beheaded some of them. Nyanwodo remains one of the best Ohanese presidents my generation saw. Nnamdi Kanu wanted, Nyanwodo did everything to see how he can accommodate these people. What did they do to him? The man from Imo State, the George Obiozo, ambassador, they burnt down his house. Obiozo died a broken man. Iwanyanwu, which name did they not call it Iwanyanwu? Iwanyanwu, with his poor health and everything, he went to discuss this same criminal, this same reprobate with Buhari. Like Grandmaster said, Ohaneze showed them grace that we would not have showed. But like I said, these people cannot think. They cannot reason. They don't understand power. They fail to understand that Nnamdi Kanu had no bargaining tools. Now, what are they trying to do? They want to blackmail us, call us Fulani, call us Sabotua. The same Nnamdi Kanu hustling, maybe at a certain time, play back that tape. Nnamdi Kanu said he's not Igbo. So why did this same reprobates want Ndi Igbo that their own mentor and leader denounced to come and speak for Nnamdi Kanu? I told you, they can't reason. So all you just have to do is listen to them. Just know when to disengage with these guys. But let's keep engaging. They will demystify themselves. Like I said, Nnamdi Kanu has 4 count charges. He should open his defense. Thank you. Ebezuma, please, come on.
Okay. I'll just start from the last man, Mazi, that was throwing insults around. Like, is their hallmark. You know the saying, your job are for womenana. So it has sort of become their own omenana, to throw insults, threats to those who don't actually believe in the same ideology. I mean, some of them came up with the ideology that Barry did same in 2011 and nothing happened to it. They always come with this ideology of "Eme nwata mere ibe ya obi adị ya mma." If you treat a child the way you have treated his fellow, he or she will be happy. So they always come with this subtle arguments to want to say, oh, they are releasing terrorists in the north, Why can't they do same in the East? Me, I no support me they release any terrorist. Onye maru ya kwaru. That's the way it should be. You get. So back to the argument of trying to unleash terror in the southeast, or trying to, force everybody to accept IPOB ideologies or Biafran ideologies and force down or try to drag in other persons. I mean, someone came on this space and was like recounting the Jaws are part of Biafra, the Robos, and the rest of them. You just want to carve out different territories in your mind and then immerse them into whatever you are fighting for, without giving the people the opportunity to decide if they want to be part of this fight. It's a simple case for me. It's a case of live and let's live, as in biri can biri. Igbe belu ugo belu, nke si n'ibi ama mbe nkwukwa ya. It should be that way. You don't force your ideology, like I said earlier, you don't force freedom on people. People should decide if they want to be part of it. Anything that goes beyond people wanting to do certain things on their own, you using coercion, you using force to actually drag people into it, is no longer freedom you're fighting for. The issue of sit at home, the threats and everything. Now person we know this south is na they go tear down like onye na-anọrọ n'ala Igbo ka anyị akọrọ nke anwa. For those of us who were here around that time and saw everything happen and saw how things played out, how people's businesses were destroyed, how travelers were, stopped and burnt and nothing happened. It was as a result of those constant attacks that many people started sitting at home, not out of solidarity, but out of fear. But we have, like a lot of people have said, we have a lot to do to actually educate a lot of people, because they are kind of indoctrinating a lot of people. It's just like people that just want like their fantasy or something. So this IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra, whatever, is like a fantasy that actually tickles certain people. Like once you've mentioned that, oh, you've gotten them, they can do anything. And just like you said, suddenly Ohanaeze Ndigbo has suddenly become the beautiful bride to IPOB simply because they started asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And then for those who ask for their release, have one. For those who speak against them, they are traitors and they deserve to be treated as enemies and such. See, all these things now because people actually allow them to thrive. I always say nobody has a monopoly of violence. I don't support violence, but at the same time, everyone has the right to actually defend themselves and live. Like I said, it's a case of live and let's live. We either live or we all die. So it's a case of biri can biri. So I'll just say that part of education should be there, because these guys are actually much. The idiots, though they are few, they're actually loud, who are actually causing terror, and they're actually indoctrinating a lot of people because of the soft spot people have for the Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it behoves on us to actually hold such kind of space, to actually do more in actually reaching out, because these guys have done a lot of damages to the ideology, to the mindset of certain persons in this region that will actually take a very long time to actually erase or wipe out. When this whole agitation thing started, you can't even talk against Biafra. Like, anywhere where you dey conscious. You can't argue about it in the bus. You might not get to where you're going to. You can't sit with strangers that you don't even know who they are and argue against Biafra. Guy, you're not likely to go back alive. Like, you're not going back with your life. So in that situation, you don't tag these people as peaceful. you know all these stories they try to make up. Oh, they are peaceful people, they are trying to succeed and the rest of them. I've said it and I will say it again. This is not the way to succeed. You don't fight those you claim to be fighting for in the name of fighting for their freedom. You don't shove freedom down the throat of people just because you want to make a statement. You don't decide when people go out or don't go out. And if people are foolish enough to accept that they have a right, I don't know, like sometimes you don't interact with real people to hear their argument that yes, they have a right to enforce it at home because they are fighting for our right. So it behoves on us to actually respect that sit at home. I mean, it is madness because it will get to a point where they go tell you the day where you go eat and the day where you no go eat, the day where you go sleep and the day where you no go sleep. It's crazy. I will always say you don't change a system from the outside. For you to change a system, you have to be part of that system to actually make any definite change. Anything you're doing outside that is ajambele, you're just playing in abakorosa. You understand? You're just playing, you're not serious. So it is high time they realize that whatever you're looking for, you can't get it from outside. You have to be part of the system to actually effect any change you're actually looking for. And at the end of the day, all we want is a better Nigeria, is a peaceful space where everybody can coexist, people with different ideologies live peacefully. Your ideology to yourself, don't try to shove it down other people's throats and say by hook or by crook you must actually believe or you must accept the ideology we have down here. Like it shouldn't work that way. And we have a lot to do to educate a lot of people that have been misguided. I I think I'll leave it here for now. So let that maxim continue. Live and let's live. Bury can bury. You get. Thank you.
Grant, who be the next person?
Yeah, I think Grant knows the cue.
Yeah, I can speak. Emia.
Emia, nah, because
Let
Emia,
me
just
just
30
speak.
seconds. I beg. I just want to
Sorry,
explain what
guys.
is
Okay,
going
yeah,
on.
I'm here. Sorry.
Chalo.
The next person is not Emir. It's actually Engineer Amuze, and then Nehemiah, and then we go to Adi Demili, and then Emir, and then Chidubim, and then we come to Awi United. Please, that's the order. Kevin, if you're okay. I see Kevin. Kevin, please, I'll find a way to fix you into the queue. But let's first of all start with Engineer Amuze, and then we go to Nehemiah, and then we go to Chidubim, and then Adi Demili, then Emir.
Thank you, engineer Grant, and
Well, great.
every engineer, please just 30 seconds. Every Igbo person, this our sister who spoke. She's not Igbo. She says she's not Igbo, but listen to her and tell me that she doesn't speak to your soul. Florence Egwono, she says she's what's that ethnic group again in Delta?
Urhobo.
Urobo. Does this person not speak to you as Igbo Igbo? She gave you your biggest eto, the eto of the kite and the eagle. Let the kite perch, let the eagle perch. The one that says the other will not perch, let the wings break. Egwono, you as Igbo as anything. I tell you, I kiss your hand. Thank you. Engineer, come in.
Greetings to everybody. This is complicated, but let me continue from the adage the other lady said. Everybody go better. You don't say everybody go better to iPod members. They have one slogan. Onye na-ekwe, anyị ekwetere ya. I am sure a lot of you have heard it before. Anyway, this iPod thing, sometimes you hear when it's being discussed. I sometimes fight the urge not to get involved, but it's really difficult if we don't try to say something. I don't know if if they have a group of media warriors, if there are more of media warriors, because the way you see how many of them tweet the bullshit propaganda they bring out on, I mean, the number of them on social media you see propagating an agenda is really overwhelming, if you ask me. It's crazy. But let's go, let's be first. Is even my thought process is messed up because of the different things I've heard. See, this hip hop thing has actually proven that
we as Ndibo, we are not really as smart as we've always claimed we are. And then that brings me to ask sometimes, what happened to all the education we claimed we have? Because these things aren't supposed to be that difficult. But unfortunately, we find ourselves in this situation because all they do is peddle lies, misinformation, and then use it to their advantage to, in a way that they are able to, I don't know the right word to use, but let me just say, brainwash a lot of majority of Ndibo to believe in their cause, which I still don't understand how anyone will fall for this bullshit. Now, let me come up with a few things. If you ask me, first of all, Nnamdi Kanu's detention there, his own lawyers are not even willing, do not even, either they believe that he will not come out of it, or they personally, voluntarily want him detained. I've never seen anybody, okay, in such situation where their lawyers are not working hard enough to bring him out. But here, the lawyers are not doing anything. They're not doing nothing. Now, how, okay, all these years, the lawyers come out, they lie to the followers, if you ask me. Yeah, take me to court. Okay, I will defend that. The lawyers has never been able to explain this case to their followers. I am not sure if it is Nnamdi Kanu that gave them this instruction to really hide the fact behind the case to the followers so that they will not. I think the whole point is so the followers' eyes will not be open to understand exactly what has been happening before now. Because if you meet a lot of people that used to be IPOB members, they tell you things the way they are. They tell you what they saw and how it was. So, how come the followers do not ever take their own time? All they do is regurgitate everything they hear Nnamdi Kanu say. You see some of them come up here, you ask them a question, whatever talking point you have, all they tell you is Fulani say, Nnamdi Kanu say, why is it in the north? And then the whole thing is frustrating. Um, I have always been part of the people that say, okay, if they come up, let's give them a chance to speak. Because when they come up, it will be easier to correct some of their understanding of events. It will be easier to educate them, force them to relearn, unlearn, and learn. But I think it's not working. Starting with the case, they will tell you that Nnamdi Kanu has been set free. Or okay, start from this Kenya arrest thing. I don't even understand how anybody thinks that if you are arrested, no matter where you are arrested, you as a suspect, you have no right to decide where you are supposed to be arrested or not. The only one thing is this: if he was arrested in Kenya, taken from Kenya, brought to Nigeria to face trial without Kenya authorities' knowledge, only Kenyan government has a right, okay, to sue Nigeria because their territory was violated. The, the suspect himself doesn't have that privilege. You've been brought back to face trial exactly where you are supposed to be. The fact that you were brought from it was an extraordinary rendition does not matter, except if Kenya raises the issue. But if they raise it, doesn't affect you. It becomes an international issue. They judge it, make penalties. What he was in was not intercepted, was not stopped because that is the only place. If you are able to stop that flight there before it leaves Kenyan airspace, you have a case. If the flight already left Kenyan airspace, you have no case. How is this thing difficult to understand? Two, the issue of the fact that the court has set him free. Who is the person that came out to lie? There were 17 counts during the argument. Even the case has not even begun. His lawyers presented a case because all his lawyers has always done all these years is try to truncate the trial, make sure the trial doesn't hold, create drama every time they come to court. So they started with the issue of extraordinary rendition. That was where the argument came, where the judge they they decided, okay, if that be the case, maybe he had no case to answer until that issue is solved. That's the issue of the rendition have to be solved. It doesn't mean he has been set free to go home. How the lawyers come out and then say something else, it's crazy because the government still went to Supreme Court, explained this. That was when Kenyan authorities say they had no idea of him being in Kenya in the first place. Because if DSS decided they arrested him in Kanu, so be it. Because there it is their own word against you. DSS, okay, we arrested this man in Kanu. As long as Kenyan authority can